Now, in the past indefinite tense, the rule to be followed is object plus was verb plus verb third form plus by plus subject. For example, the sentence is, he taught English. Here taught is a second form of verb which is according to the past indefinite tense. So, in the passive voice it will be English was taught by him. We have to use this formula. Next is continuous tense, again following the same rule, object plus was verb plus being plus verb third form plus by plus subject, and in the sentence is he was teaching English. Now we will follow this rule. Object here English was being taught by him. Next, the perfect tense, object plus had plus been plus verb third form plus by plus subject. Now since the sentence is he had taught English, now here had is the helping verb in the active voice and taught is a verb third form which is used in the perfect tense. So if we follow this rule, we can say that English had been taught by him. Now moving on to the future tense. Future tense in indefinite, the rule will be object plus will plus be plus verb third form plus by plus subject, and the sentence here is he will teach English in the active form. So in the passive form it will be English will be taught by him. Moving on to the perfect tense. Active, he will have taught English. So using this rule, English will have been taught by him. This is how we have to use a rule. We just have to put the words, we just have to put the subjects and verbs and by and according to the rule in the prescribed, in this defined rule, and hence we can get our passive voice. So let's start with the sentences. First of all, the sentences are the assertive. These are basically the statements. So these statements can be positive or they can be negative. For example, in affirmative, in positive it can be I teach English, and in the negative the example can be I don't teach English. So now moving on to the active and passive. Active, in the assertive kind of statement, the first example is the policeman will interrogate us at the station. Now see, first of all we have to find the tense here. Here the tense is future indefinite tense, and since we know that when we have to change the future indefinite tense into the passive voice, we have to use the word be here according to the rule. So here the policeman will interrogate us. Now us will be used as subject here, or we can say that we have to write the object first. So we shall be interrogated at the station by we have to write the subject. So here the subject was the policeman, so it will be we shall be interrogated at the station by the policeman. And yes, one more thing, we have to keep the prepositions as it is used in the active. For example, here the word is used is interrogate at the station. So interrogate at the station shall not be changed in passive voice. We have to keep these words interrogated at the station same. What we just have to do is we have to change the position of subject and object, and we have to apply the rule we have already discussed. Next is the old man is telling them a fairy tale. Now we have to find the tense. Here the tense is present continuous tense. So if we have to change the present continuous tense into the passive voice, just see the rule, and according to that rule object will be placed first. A fairy tale is being, as per the rule, told to them by the old man. Now by the old man was the subject there, so it will be now be used at the end. Or not only this, we can use another method also. They are being told a fairy tale by the old man. This is also one of the way to write the passive voice, and this is most preferable choice. Next is they will ask him to read the book lying on the table. Now again see which tense is it. They will. That means it is the future indefinite tense, and future indefinite tense, so just see the rule, just see the way we have to convert. Here the object is him, so it will be now be used first. He will be asked. We have to add be with the will. Be asked by them. We are just keeping the by them same, to read the book lying on the table. See, If object is not a single noun or pronoun but a clause, then use it as introductory subject. Here this object is basically a clause. So what we have to do is we have to start the passive voice with the word it. So we can say that it is hoped by us that we shall win the final match. This will remain same, but what we have to do is we have to add it here. Next is interrogative type of question. There are two type of question. One question is yes no type of question, that is you just have to say yes or no, or we can say that we expect a reply in a single word, yes or no. And the second is question word time, where we demand the brief answer. So for example, yes no type of question is has he returned? We can say yes or we can say no. Next question is why has he returned? Now this is basically a question, so we need to know the aim, we need to know the purpose why he has returned. So this will be a question word type. Moving on to the examples based on this, is he disturbing you? Now see, is he, just hide this word is. Imagine it as assertive time, it will be he is disturbing you. So just follow the rule according to is he disturbing you, and then take that helping verb and put it in the front so that we can make it a interrogative kind of question. For example, is he disturbing you? Now here the object is you, we are making it as a subject right now. So you, and you takes the helping verb here are. We cannot use is again because you takes the helping verb are. So we'll say are you being disturbed by him? Next is did he teach you? Again see, here the subject is he, but now we are going to take this object as a subject here. So now we'll use a helping verb according to you but not according to he. So were you taught by him? Next is where have they kept the gun? Again focus, have is the helping verb which is used according to the word they. Here the subject is they, but when we are changing it in passive voice, then the subject will be gun. So this has is used according to the gun. Where has the gun been kept by them? Next, what do you want? See, this what do you want is basically a present indefinite tense. So when we are changing the present indefinite tense in the passive voice, we have to add is, am or are. So here it will be what is wanted by you. You will remain same here. Imperative tenses, these are the direct orders kind of questions, advices, requests, suggestions, etc. For example, keep quiet. There is no subject here. Here we have to write in a way you are ordered to keep quiet. We cannot follow an exact rule here. There is no prescribed rule here. So here we can use you are ordered to keep quiet. Next is bring a chair. Again this is an order, this is an imperative kind of sentence. So we have to follow this rule. Let plus object plus be plus verb third form. So we can say that let a chair be brought. Let a chair is used as object, be, and verb third form. The third form of bring is brought. So let a chair be brought. Next is help the poor. This is basically an advice. So we can say the poor should be helped. I told you earlier also there is no fixed rule here. In the case of imperative sentences, there are many rules. We can use it in this way, the poor should be helped. Next is please complete it timely. This is basically a request. So the passive voice will be you are requested to complete it timely. Let them take the money. Now since the sentence is started with let only, so we'll keep the let here only in the passive voice also, and we'll form the rule let plus object plus be plus verb third form plus by plus subject, and here the subject is them, so let the money be taken by them. So other type of questions we can discuss here. For example, infinitive kind of questions. Infinitive is to plus verb. Wherever we find to is placed before verb, we can say it is infinitive. And the rule to change infinitive into passive voice is to plus be plus verb third form. That is, we have to add be in between to and verb, and we have to change verb first form into verb third form. For example, he is to write a poem. Here to write is a infinitive. So we have to write it in this way, to plus be plus verb third form. Therefore, a poem is to be written by him. Next is we were to assist him. Again, to assist is infinitive. So we have to change in this pattern only, to be assisted. So the passive voice will be he was to be assisted by us. Next is we want others to support us. Again, infinitive, we have to follow the same rule, that is to be supported. We want to be supported. Next is he liked people to praise him. Therefore, the passive voice will be he liked to be praised, following the same rule. And here we may write by people or we may not write by people, because it is very obvious that they are talking about the people only. Next question is I am going to leave it. Again, see, this to leave is infinitive. So on the basis of the rule, we can say that it is going to be left by me. Now here we have to write by me, because I was the subject and now I is to be used at the end of the sentence. But in this question, it is very obvious that he liked to be praised by people. So there is no need to write the word people here. I hope voices are clear to you.